Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to show you some products I bought at a cheaper price. I know a lot of artists on YouTube show brand names, expensive items, and you don't really have to go to that route, especially if you're just starting out. I use things that are cheaper. Sometimes I don't go all out and buy the most expensive. There are times I do, just because I want to test them out. But you don't have to get brand names like Winsor and Newton paints or Prismacolor, Sakura watercolors. Let's see what else. There are just so many. And you don't have to get Hemi gouache because I went shopping at Five Below. And I've bought stuff from there before, but it was mainly canvases and like sketchbooks and watercolor books. But I have to say, I went this time and they changed their art section around a little bit. And I got myself a few things. I have more on the side here. But first I got gouache paints. And I really want to test this out because, I mean, they got some nice colors in there. And it was only $5. So don't rush out and get that Hemi gouache because now Five Below has, similar. I will test this out just to see how the paint is, but I'm sure it's just fine. Now these I did not check, but these are illustration markers. And I'm just wondering if they're more like alcohol markers. Might not be. I'm thinking more either alcohol or acrylic markers. So I'm possibly, I don't know. I'm not sure about those. But those are $5. And then I got this cute little packet of sketchbooks. And I thought they're just a nice little size, and there's not many pages to each one. So if you feel like sketchbooking or just using them as a journal, you'll be able to do that. These I think would be great for like little junk journals. They would be so cute. I also got the disposable paint palette. Now, I'm not sure how this one is, but I have an older one that I've had for years that I use on and off. I mostly just use a palette instead of using these, but I thought I would get that just to take a look. And now when I was talking about like colored pencils being Prismacolor or what have you, I was looking for watercolor pencils actually, and I couldn't believe I found 36 colors. They're just nice. I haven't tried them out. They're in a nice container. But I'll be trying these out soon. And my final item, all the ones from Five Below were $5. Now my final item I bought at Amazon, and what I really wanted to get was Faber-Castell gelatos. And I looked at the price and I thought, well, I really can't afford them now, and I can't afford just to buy them and test them and find out I don't like them. So I searched through them and they had other brands. So I found this Kingart, and it has 24 comfort grip gel sticks. So this is like the gelatos, and this is water soluble, so you can mix them and blend them with water. And I thought this was really nice. Now these I paid, I think they were $17, and I had a 20% coupon on Amazon. But they come in these really nice containers. I can open it. Oh, I can't open it. I am not strong, I tell you. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay. I'll have to work on the other one. And I thought these were really pretty colors. And I mean, just looking at them, I was like, I can't wait to try them. And they have a thing where you twist them and they move up. So, what I'd like to start with today, oh, I did get one more thing. I forgot all about that. You can see the colors here. Now this is all sparkly, and I like how they have the little window so you can see the colors real clearly. I did get one more thing, and that is clay. I wanted to try this out. I got it in a plastic bag because it's Craze Art air dry clay, and I just wanted to check it out because unfortunately when I bought it, it was already open, so I had to add a little water to give some moisture in there, and it looks real nice. So I've had this sitting with a little bit of water in there, and I've had it closed, and I put it in the plastic bag so the moisture would get to the clay. Like I said, someone did open it. All of them seemed like they were open. I thought this one was closed, but this one was open too. I found a fingerprint in it. So beware when you're looking at these. Make sure that they are really closed. This one was, you know, popped open already. But yeah, for $5, this is really nice, and it gives you a lot of clay. So you get 2.5 pounds. So you can make some nice, interesting things with this. So, let's see, let's get it back in the bag. I'm going to be testing that out soon too, because I want to make some earrings with it. And I definitely got to wash my finger off from touching that. So, let's get started with the gelatos. I want to really test these out and see what these are like. Okay, so I'm just going to get these set up over to the side, and I'm going to use this mixed media sketchbook. Find a page I haven't used. There we go. And I want to test these colors out. So let's see, which one should we start with? There, now it opens. When I'm demonstrating opening, it wouldn't open. And I need a brush so I can show you how it mixes with water. I just really want to test this out, see what the colors are like and the feel of it. I've never tried gelatos, so I don't know if they're going to be creamier or any better, but right now I'm just going to use these gel sticks, and I think they'll be just as good. Also, you can use these not just for drawing. You can use this when you're doing your journals to add a little color to them or what have you. Oh my gosh, they are creamy. Oh, I really like this. Oh wow. And they do have a nice selection of colors. I really like these. Huh. Now I have to think of some sort of project to do with these, but I do like the way they feel. Okay, those are pretty similar. They're very close in color. the reds. Let's try the pinks. There's a bunch of pinks. So, let's see. Oh, I love that pink. I think that's my favorite color. And then this one. Okay, those are pretty good. Let's see, purple. I'm gonna see if I can get them all on this one page, but I'm not really sure if I'll be able to. We'll just do a couple different rows. Oh, I really like these. I do. And then this one has like the greens and the browns. Turquoise. Oh, they got silver. Let's try the silver. Oh, it's got a little bit of glitter to it. And then there's gold. Ah, I really like these. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these browns, or I'm not gonna do them all. I'm just gonna, so now I have the feel of it. Colors are very vibrant. So let me get a little water, and then we can see. Oh wow, look at that. Huh, that's nice. I just have to get a paper towel. I forgot to get something to wipe my brush on. Okay, so a little bit of water. Oh, okay. I like that. So let me know in the comments if you think these are, you know, worth the money. I mean, $17. I'm not sure how much the Faber-Castell was. I think it was in the around the $40 range, but it was like $30, $40. Let's blend those two. Well, it is interesting. I've never tried the gel sticks before, so I don't know about the silver. It's spreading the glittery part. Yeah, here's the gold. Ooh, the gold's really pretty. That makes some nice accents, like if you're doing some kind of flowers or something that needs just like a little bit of a glistening color on it. Let's see. Okay, pink. I think with the water, I think they blend really well. So let's get two colors and see how they blend. Let's get a red and a blue. See how they blend like this. Oh, they blend pretty good. And then they blend nice. I mean, you can see sort of just that edge where you colored, but not on all of them. I mean, it could be the paper too. This isn't the best. And I'm not really sure which type of paper you would use the gelatos on or the gel sticks. But I would think mixed media paper would work, and it does. I think this would be nice, like if you were working in a junk journal or just your journal, and say you write a few lines and maybe draw a picture. you can outline your writings maybe in colors, and then once you do that you could like paint over them and just make the outlines look prettier. Just a thought. Now I have to come up with something that I can do with the gel sticks, some kind of drawing or just something simple. So I will think about it and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think I know what I'm going to do, but first I'm going to use one of these watercolor pencils just to sketch out the picture. And I'm just looking for some kind of light color. This is like a light brown. So, whoops. I really don't know what to do, so we'll just make it kind of simple and now, since it's a colored pencil, you can erase. So if you make a mistake, or if you don't like something, you can just get rid of it. And of course I don't like how that is behind, like in front a little bit there. So I'll just make the stem going this way. And then this one you should be able to see through there. And then we'll do another one coming through this way. And let's see, maybe we can make like just a very stylized leaf. With something, I don't know what we're gonna put in there. You can do more dots. And let's see, what other kind of item can we put in here? Let's see, we can do some kind of leaves. Can do some like grasses. Okay, so, what other type of things? Oh, maybe some little buds. Okay, so now let's try the gelatos. Now, because this is watercolor, it may blend in with these, but that's alright. So Let me see. I just like how creamy they are. Now I'm not really sure like how dark you need to draw with these, but I'm going to do all the green first. If you need to draw a little darker, then we'll come back in and do that. I might do these a little different color, and the grasses maybe a different color. Get a little water. I really like these. So you don't have to press too hard. And I'm not sure like of all the techniques that you can do with this, but I'm going to try a little something when I'm done, and we'll see if that works. I think I'm going to use that gold for those little dots, because I really think it needs just a little something sparkly in here. And maybe this for the let's see. I'm not really sure. I'm just doing the best I can. I don't know if I want that color. I want something else. I want some other like vibrant colors in here. Trying to be careful not to use, you know, normal colors. I want to use something that makes it look different. Now, at some time in the future, if I can afford the gelatos, I will get them and then test out the two together, because I'd be really interested to see if they work the same way. I have a feeling that they do. But maybe their colors are more light fast, or maybe their colors are just more vibrant, but I think these are really pretty. I'm not gonna complain. And there you can sort of see that I did not quite follow what I drew, but that's okay. So now I got a smaller brush for this. But once I start painting, I could fill in those areas. Now these are kind of blending in with that pencil that I used, the watercolor pencil, and I think those are really nice. And I'm going to use the watercolor pencil again and then just make that line. Oh my gosh, the watercolor pencils are great, I gotta say. So I think I'm going to use those today too, but I'm going to use those for like the highlights of this. Any kind of like little details that I need in here. I'm going to use the watercolor pencils for that, but in the meantime I'm just going to color these in. And we also have to do a background, so that technique I was talking about, I'm going to use maybe the darker green for the background, or maybe a mix. Okay, let's see. Get all this blue in there. Now another leaf here. Okay, and then we have a leaf hiding right here. Now, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can do whatever style of drawing or art that you do, and you can incorporate the gel sticks into it, and I think that would be really nice. Let's see, let's make this dark pink. I think that'd be really pretty. Just get a bright pop of color in here. And again, there was a stem, so I'm going to just use this for the stem, just so I can see it. Alright, so we have some kind of like a wheat, like, or grass. This was like lavender, and I don't know, I'm just doing my own colors. Oh, I think this will be pretty in here. Make that the center. And I'm not going to really do anything as far as water with that. I think that looks fine. Or if you want, you could just spread the edges out a little bit and get it to go into the orange a little. So I think that looks nice. That's if you want to do that. I think it needs just a pop of color right in the center. So I'm just going to do a darker green there. And just, oh. Okay, so we'll do that with the watercolors because it doesn't want to stay, it wants to mix. Alright, so let's get some blues. We didn't do any blues, so let's see. Blue. And then darker blue. Give it some pretty vines and leaves. Get my brush. And then we do need something down here, so let's see, I think we use this one. This is the stem going this way. Get that in there. And this is the stem going this way. And then we have a stem here, so we can do that in a green tone. Just use this, just spread it a little. And we didn't do the grass, so put some yellow. We'll do the grasses in yellow. Now you can do whatever colors you like, or any combination. And I also wanted to get these. All right, I wanted some background color, so I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm just going to go around the painting that I just did. But I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if this technique works, but let's try it. And it does. Now, I think that's a nice shade of green, but I don't know if I want it a little darker than that. So let's see. Another option would be just to go around. Now you don't have to go right up to what you just drew, because we're going to paint. I'm just going to go in different directions. I think I might add a couple more colors in here too for the background. So if you want a lighter color, you could just put some water right on the edge of that and then use your brush like that and then just paint the color. So let's see what we got so far. And then you can be really careful and then just paint right up to what you drew. But I suggest you use a smaller brush to get around that, just so you don't mess them up or cover them up. Trying to go around that very delicately. So I think this looks really nice. So I'm going to finish coloring around stuff. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper. Now, this is just a copy paper, and I'm just going to slip it underneath here so I don't get the other pages all messed up. Oops. Kind of went over that, but I think I can fix that. I just like how smooth these are. They handle so nicely. You don't even have to put pressure. It's just very delicate drawing. Now I'm going to get my hand in that now. Should have started on the other side first. Oh well. Now when you're painting around the parts that you drew or already did in the gel sticks, be really careful doing the background. Be patient. Take your time because you can very easily go over it. And I think too, if you drew such a dark background first, I don't think you'll be able to put the vibrant colors on top. It just would blend in with the dark green and it would not look good. So Make sure also that you do not have a lot of water on your brush. Once you add it to the water like this, make sure you tap it off on some kind of cloth. Okay, so now we're gonna have to turn it a little bit because I should have done, oops, I missed some here. I should have done the left side first because I am right-handed, and since I did the right side first, I'll be smudging. So I don't want to smudge. When you're doing these little details like the little gold balls, make sure you have less water on here so you can get around. Oops, I made a mistake already. I accidentally hit that gold ball. So I'm just going to see if I can lift it up, which I did. I got a little green on that one, so I just lifted the color with my paintbrush. Now again, I got some green on the blue, so I'm just going to use the edge of my brush just to lift it off of that color. And then I only have one little section left. Okay, so I think I just want, I never put the cover on this, that's not good. Just want to get a little more green in there. I'm just looking for places where I might need just a touch more green. I'll make sure I put the cap on it this time. Okay, so I did some up here. And then we can always go back and add more color to the drawing, or the flowers, I should say. But we are going to use those colored pencils. Those were from Five Below. We're going to use that to create some details in this, and I think that'll look really nice. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all dry now. I'm going to leave my gel sticks out, but now I'm going to get my watercolor palette. See if I can move it this way a little bit. I don't want to run the painting off from the camera. So there is, let's see, 36 colors, and it's a nice variety. So I think what I'm going to start doing is, let's see, that's about the same color, so I'm going to have to look for something a little darker. Maybe this one. This one looks like maybe a orange red. And I'm just going to do a little bit of outlining. And some details. And just so you know, you can go over this if you want with your water. I can't think today. Wow. You can go over this with some water and your brushes if you want. You don't have to. But if there's some kind of color you want to add in, or like thicken it, maybe make it look, let's see what we can do with this. Oh yeah, I guess you could just, it would pick up the gel color a little bit. And that's nice too, that you could pick up the gel color and lighten areas. Okay, so I'm not really too sure on these. Here, let's just turn this just for a second. And I'm just going to pick up a couple colors. Now these are watercolor pencils. And I bought them from Five Below before. I spent $5 and I think I only got, I don't know, maybe about 8 colors. So this is a big difference, 36 colors rather than like 8. But I've never used this one, so we'll just do a quick swatch of some of the colors and then see. That's an orange, but it's got a pink end, so all right, so let me see. We'll get another darker color. Okay, so how about we do this color. Get some brown in there maybe. And then we'll just throw the colored pencil. I don't know. Just one of those days, I guess. All right, so let's see. Oh, they blend so nice, so that's a plus. Or well, they're water soluble, I should say, and they blend out really nice. And it doesn't leave any harsh lines, which I was not expecting that. These are so much better than what I had before. This says premium on it. Oh, that blue is gorgeous. It said premium on it, so I mean, it's from Five Below, so I would hope that it'd be maybe a little bit better quality. The other ones were just watercolor pencils, and I don't think they were that great. So let's see if this blends. Ooh, This is nice. This blends so nice. So yeah, I'm glad I did this little test first because I wasn't really sure. So what we're going to do with the gelatos, I'm just going to cover that up. We're just going to use the watercolors over the gelatos, and then, oops, we'll just enhance the color of the gelatos and also outline our pictures in here, our flowers. Some of them kind of got lost, you know, with the water, like the shapes of them. So this really enhances the shapes of the flowers. And then this one, this color is pretty similar to the gelato color. And I think I want to use a lighter color, lighter pink. I think this is the one I said that was like orange or something, but maybe not. Oh, you really can't see that one. But we do red. I think this is, no, that's not the red. This might be red. No. Getting myself confused here. I'm just going to do some dots. And then they have a variety of different things for the stems. And then we have these blue ones. So let's see what we can find. If we can find a darker blue. Now if you want, you can also use this to shade the gelatos. So I'm going to put some underneath here for some shading, and some back here. And so if you're looking at the flower and the sunlight's coming from like down onto the flower, these are the shaded areas of this flower and this flower over some of these bits. And just very delicately, don't have a lot of water on your brush, but just a little water. And then just delicately brush in those shadows. And you can also, let's see, what can we do with these? Should we do like some sort of lines maybe, like this? Where's my paper there? Now where it's wet, you can see that it wasn't really doing anything, so, but that's all right. We'll just leave it that way. And so we got some dots, and we need some dark green. These aren't really sharpened very well because the wood goes up on the edge, so, but that's all right. I'm just kind of outlining it, just a little. Okay. I don't know, so far I am really liking this. I think the colors are really nice. I really like the gelatos. So also, if you missed any spots, you can use this obviously to fill it in. Just trying to find some kind of another, I don't know, color to get in there so it's not just so plain. Let's see. Okay. And then as far as the gold, let me see, what can we do with that? I think we got everything colored in pretty well. Just want to get a little more. I don't know if you can think of any other little things we could add in there. I'm just adding a little color to these besides the purple. A little blue in there. Just do circles around these. I wonder if the lighter color might help too. Oh. There is no white, so this is the lightest I think I can get. So I am just kind of going around each gold one, and I'm like moving out farther than the actual gold spot that I did with the gel stick. I keep wanting to say gelato, but it's not gelato. Gel stick. And I'm just trying to make them look kind of glowing. I don't think this is one of my best pictures, but it's fun to make. Actually, I might just get the gel sticks out just a little bit, and let's see, get the gold And I'm just going to add a little more to these. There. And then I need the yellow so I can fix this. And of course, all you need to do is come back in. You can fix some areas. I got some green on my strands of grass, or blades of grass, so I'm just lifting some of that green up off of there. I don't know, I guess it's all right. I need a little more in here, and some in here, maybe a little darker here. And then let me move my paper down. Oops, so I got a little bit on the gold or the yellow again, so I'm just gonna have to lift that up. Might add a little more yellow there, fix that up. Okay. And then I can just spread that a little bit. Alright, not one of my finest drawings or paintings, but I thought I would just test this out. I love the gel sticks. I keep trying to say gelatos. I love the gel sticks. They are very good quality. I do like the watercolors. So the gel sticks were from Amazon, and the watercolor pencils were from Five Below. And my drawing was just on the fly, so don't be too harsh. But I do like it. I think I could have added more, but I just wanted to test it out and see how these two products work, and I think they are both wonderful. I have no problems with them. They blend nice. The gel sticks blend beautifully. I highly recommend them for the price. I only paid 17 something for, like, I'll say $17.99. I don't remember what the price was, but it had 20% off, so I got them for the $17. That's what I decided to try them. and you get 24 colors. And then the watercolor pencils, I think they blend beautifully, as you can see on this page. I think it's gorgeous. And for $5 you get 36 colors, and that's from Five Below. So don't think you have to buy the most expensive or certain brand names because everybody has them. You don't have to. Just do a little research. Say if you want gelatos and you look them up on Amazon and you see the price, always look below, because below you will find some really nice products like I did with Kingart. I just like the whole look of them, and I really didn't know that they came in such beautiful cases, and I think they're really lovely. And they're just smooth and creamy, and I can't say enough about them. I really like them. So next time you want something, you know, just to test out, try some of the other brand names. Don't go for the top brand names. You know, with gouache or whatever. Like I said, I found the gouache, it's not as big as a Hemi gouache, but it's something you can try out, and it's $5. The clay was $5. Something you can try. If you don't like it, it only costs you $5. So don't be too fast to buy products that people are showing you on YouTube. Do a little research, look at the prices, look for something that you think may be similar, and try those, or go to Five Below and try some of their products. Well, you never know. Five Below may get some gel sticks in. You never know. I was surprised with the markers that they had, the illustration markers. So I'll be testing those soon, and I'll be testing the gouache soon. And we're going to see how those little sketchbooks are too. I'm sure they're not the highest quality, but I'll make use of them. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell for notifications of upcoming videos. In the description box below, you will find a link to my Etsy shop, which is Creations by Laurel. And you'll also find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.